Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? We're back. I obviously was gone last week. I had, some commercial stuff to do. I don't feel like I'm close enough to my desk. There we go. It's a little bit better. My lighting is kind of gross right now. What's up with the lighting? Let's see if we can make me look prettier. It's not that bad, but I don't have any lights on right now. No lights on in the room except for the overhead. What's the, where did I do that? You? It's a little bit better. It's a little warm. A little too warm. White balance. Let's do slightly. That's good enough. One day I'll have a space with awesome lighting. It'll be great. I could probably squeeze a light back there. It's not ideal. Not ideal. So yeah, last weekend was a thing. Last week was a thing. And now I'm home. Did some funky stuff over the weekend. My wife signed us up for a charcuterie board making class. It was interesting. We cut a lot of cheese in fun ways and different fruits and stuff. Definitely a learning experience. I know how to make like a rose out of stuff now. It's great. It's awesome. We had way too much food. We had one of those boards for dinner the other night, and we just had the other board for lunch now. So I am slightly worried I'm going to be tired from all that cheese. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. The goal today is terraforming. If I can, I think I want to attempt to finish off the I think it's just 2 more corners. I think. Yeah. That corner is terraformed and that corner is terraformed. I need to terraform this corner over here, which it's probably going to be easier than this one. But we got to terraform these 2 corners, and then I'm going to work on doing some more draining. We'll fill all this in. We'll do some draining. It'll be great. It will be great. Why is this like weird over here? That is the goal. We'll see how far we get. It's gonna be slightly dependent on how tired I feel. Encrypted, what's up, dude? How you doing? So yeah, we did a charcuterie board making class on Saturday, and it was enjoyable. And I'm very excited. My peach tree is finally started to kind of do the sprouty thing. So we've got some leaves on the peach tree. Very exciting. So I know it's not dead. You can never be so sure. It came and it looked like a twig, so it was like, I don't know. We're gonna find out, and it is alive. I don't see any like flowering buds on it, so I don't know that I'm actually gonna get like peaches this cycle. But that's fine. They said it's like not, some people get it the first year, but it's like probably more likely the second year after it's been more established. So we'll see. We will see. And I was up at RPI all last week doing the commercial thing. Interesting campus. Rochester Polytechnic Institute. It's a very nice campus. But the surrounding area was kind of weird. It was a little I don't know. It wasn't super nice around the campus. I could see why I didn't go there. But it's cool. It was cool to see what it looked like these days. Had a good time. And now I'm back. Hopefully, back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week and next week. We'll see how it goes though. I'm having the electric guys are coming out tomorrow. I finally got that scheduled. And that's going to be interesting because the thing behind me, they might have to rip the wall out. Due to where they want to like potentially put the like bolt that they're going to use to screw the grounding wire into that wall, and that's not really something super like easy to do from the outside. They might have to run it inside, and they might have to like rip out a piece of the wall. Yeah. So I don't know that they're gonna put the drywall back, but they said it's up to me to like joint compound it and paint it. I may just put that shelf right back in front of it and leave it for now. Eventually I want to like paint this back wall, but I didn't want to do any of that until like I was officially out of this room. So we'll see. We will see. Too early to say. Trying to terraform this with the water flowing everywhere, not ideal. Not ideal at all. We're gonna make it work though. I feel like it's gonna need a bit more depth on this layer, but this is a good starting spot. Over here, unchecked door. Hello, how's it going? How's your SMP stuff been? You been having fun over there? You guys have some good times? I have several spots I need to go paint. Yeah, I don't like, because this room is not going to be long term staying as like my streaming office room. I don't know what we're going to do with it. I don't want to paint it immediately, So much fun. You're having so much fun. That's awesome. That is very good. SMPs are a great time. Have a bit white spot on the bonus room roof where I moved my projector. So you just need to kind of like clean that up to blend it in. I'm just about done with my first video. Man, editing is definitely can be, a challenge sometimes. I really do feel bad that I haven't actually done any more videos this season, and I'm just like streaming, but my schedule is too janky right now for it. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to paint it. Oh, also, so I know I mentioned like the Murphy door for the basement and stuff. I didn't really 100% understand how limiting a Murphy door is. Just annoying because I'm probably going to have to cover 3 times the same as I need to do the rest of the room. You'll have to do the whole thing just to cover the one spot. That's how I feel about this back wall. Marie's01. I am playing Minecraft. Thank you for the follow. So the Murphy door thing. Okay. I didn't realize you have to subtract the depth of the shelves from the overall what is this? Do you play horror games or do you value your mental health? You should try. I only play Minecraft. I am Minecraft only on stream. So like if you have a, I was going for like, I have a 28 inch, it was gonna be like a 28, 26 inch door. You have to subtract the 6-inch shelves from the door opening. So that means that the actual opening of the door is only 20 inches then, which is kind of like not big enough. My desk is 27 inches. How are you doing today? I just spawned in chat without context. I'm doing well. I'm just chilling out. I have this crazy project I'm working on right now. As you can see, it's kind of giant. It's kind of crazy, giant void. I'm working on terraforming up the corners right now. So we're getting there. Yeah, it has to be trade-offs with the door being that large. Yeah, exactly. So I didn't realize how tiny it would be with the space that I had. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool, but it is way too impractical to do it. Like that, you need like, I don't even know how I'd get stuff in and out of there if I did that. I am a New Yorker. I'm from New York. So yeah, I bought a door. It's just not going to be Murphy door. I was thinking maybe down the road, if I wanted to, I could do like a fun hidden door. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen those walls that are like these kind of like slatted, like, board walls. And, like it looks like it's just like a special panel wall, but then you push on one panel and like the door is revealed. That's kind of what I think I might have eventually do, but I couldn't justify it for the tight space. Also, like, you know how much it costs? Like, I thought it was going to be like $2,700 for the Murphy door, but then I put it through and everything, and it was like over $4,000 once I put in all this stuff. So I'm like, I ain't doing that. Chaos, how you doing? I am back after taking a break last week to work on a commercial. Okay, so let's see here. What we got more stone. I feel like I'm gonna run out of gravel at some point. Just finished drawing. Are you an artiste? What kind of drawing do you enjoy doing? Should I sleep? I don't need to sleep. We're good. This is going to be some funktastic terraforming here. I don't exactly know where I'm going with this. It needs to be a little bit more interested. 4K is rough. Would need gold hinges or something to justify that price. Yeah, exactly. It's like $4,000 to do that was not going to happen. And that's a pre-built one. I may maybe one day feel the urge to like try figuring out how to build it myself. But at this point, I just want to get the room. I'm going to be spending a lot on the floor. I don't know if I showed you guys the floor, but like I'm probably looking at dropping like 5 to 6K on the floor. So I'd rather spend it on that than the door. Doing all right, been hyper focused on Pokemon G&D development stuff, which this stream comes in perfectly. Chill in the background. Yeah, I'm a small artist, but not a scammer, and yes, I really do enjoy drawing. What kind of stuff do you enjoy drawing? I am not an artist. Also, important question: do you have a Discord, or are we just free roaming? No, I got a Discord. There is a Discord! Exclamation Discord. Yeah, I feel like, well, I guess it goes up right here. So maybe we could do like make this kind of thing to make it a little bit more depthy. 1, 2, 3. I could probably just follow this then. Like a funky little cut-in section here. This works. So I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing, but you know, I had the guy come out to look at the epoxy floor on Friday, and that was interesting. So, just exclamation Discord. Yeah, I mean, the guy's got like some good talent going on. So I'm like, I know I want to go with this guy. He was showing me some of the stuff he's made, and I guess like he did a thing for his daughter's wedding where he made like an epoxy countertop table. And he was showing me examples of it. And he's done like, he was telling me about all these cool places that he's done different things, like tabletops for restaurants, floors for like, I don't know, athletes' houses and stuff. So I don't mind spending a little bit more with somebody who I think is going to do what I want to do. You know, he sees my vision, if you will, and he's like, yeah, I could do that. And I feel like the floor is such an important, like I'm going to be seeing the floor. That's like a feature, you know? So, you know, we'll, I'm okay going with that kind of thing. He was very cool guy. Not sure how you fix an epoxy floor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I would fix it if like something happened. They put like a special coating over it. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't scratch it up. You know. Or I'll just, you know, shave it down and add another layer one day, but it's fine. It's kind of like never done something like this, and I'm fine doing something kind of special. Okay, cool. Junior, will you do what? Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw that you joined. Okay. Okay. This is looking interesting enough. And then, is this a flat area? I guess this will be a flat area, and that's fine. Although this is kind of funky here. Do we want to use this just to give it a little like thing? Like this and like that. We'll just do a little fill out over here. Okay, hold on. I think 1 second. Let me just sleep over here. Boop, boop, boop. Hold on 1 sec here. Thank you, Chaos. I wasn't sure how long I wanted to feed into that. The please kindly accept was what did it for me. I was gonna go until that point, and then I was like, nah. I live on my own time scales. Okay, cool. So we have this whole section here, and then I have to I guess I'll just go around this. Yeah, Chaos was messaging me on the side and doing his amazing investigation into it. And I was waiting for what I wanted to I was waiting for the moment, and it was the please kindly accept that. I was like, yeah, okay, no. Was getting those someone wants to sell me something. Oh, 100%. 100%. I was letting it go for a little bit here. Weirdly, doesn't seem like a bot because they were actually answering questions in a way that was kind of like what I was responding to. But Chaos caught that their profile was literally, what was it, 14 minutes, 15 minutes ago created? My guy, he's always on it. Now, they're real people. I just don't know where they all come from. It's crazy. Yeah, less than 15 minutes. I don't understand. The audacity of people like that just boggles my mind. I am not a salesperson at all. In fact, it's probably one of the things that I'm so bad at to a fault. I'm not even good at selling myself, but still, some call center somewhere, or do they actually sell out? They're definitely, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious where the end goal is. Well, the whole Discord thing is what threw me off because there's been a lot of sus Discord scams lately. I don't know how Tango got his Twitter account hacked, but I'm just I don't know. I'm just keeping things safe. Who knows with that kind of stuff? Who knows? No need to get anything hacked. Have you ever seen those videos on the cell phone farms that people have? Where they're just all the cell phones are view botting things in order to make money and stuff on them. It's kind of insane, the stuff that people do out there on the scamming level. Anyway, I was about to throw out a warning till Nard gave me permission to throw the ban hammer. I didn't hesitate. Yeah. Yep. It was time. It was a necessity. I gotta imagine it's either A, get friendly with you in order to find some way to get your account hacked, or B, try and sell you something or figure out a way to steal your money. Makes me consider joining the Discord server though as a moderator so I can. Well, I have there's a thing on my Discord server that I have it set up that you aren't allowed to talk till after a certain amount of time, so that way I have time to review this stuff. So it's not as imperative. So don't feel like you have to join that to keep an eye on that stuff. It's all logged pretty cleanly over there. Yeah, of course not. It makes me wonder how the heck Tango got scammed though. He's a smart guy. How the heck did that happen to him? Insane. Looks like all the hermits are finally getting back from their vacation though, which is cool. Vicky loved the Blood on the Clock Tower segment so much. We went back and have been watching like a bunch of the Blood on the Clock Tower videos that Cleo has done. We watched the 2 that she posted from Hermitcraft, and then she did like 2 from that she did with the vampires and friends. They're actually pretty dang fun to watch. Yeah, but I can read the room. I can ban them from both. That's a very good point. Yeah, if you jump back in there, I can make you mod on that too. I'm totally cool doing that. Okay, I need more gravel. More gravel. Zoop. You never were in there? For some reason, I thought you had joined at one point. I mean, I literally only post in there when I'm going live. Like, that's the... Oh, wait. It might have been before the amnesia situation. Where is the gravel? Am I out of gravel? No, there's no way. Okay, hold on. Well, let's take these and go pick up some more. Let's do this and move this over to there. Oh, those are all pretty full, huh? Okay, where am I going to put this? You go there and we'll take 2 boxes of it. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. I definitely would love to finish up the corners today and then start draining the rest of this thing. I need to, what the heck is she made over here? This is new. She's been working. Oh, whoa, it's like a flower. She made a flower farm. Wow, okay. That's kind of an interesting way to do it. Wait, she's using, bone meal blocks into bone. Oh, that's creative. It's cool. I do enjoy the fact that she's been on more. Okay. Sir Graviel. What? Thank you from Tokyo, who has time off work. Did she run this? Hold on, wait. Is there another side over here? I don't know. Okay. I need to go raid some more ocean monuments, ocean temples. What are they? Ocean monuments or ocean temples? Monuments, right? I need to go get some more sponges. It's really rather annoying having to constantly dry them all off. Okay, we have plenty of gravel. Let's fill these up because we have a whole nother section to do. So I feel like we're gonna go through all this. Zoop, 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 zoop. I don't think we'll need all of it, but at least a decent amount of it. Never enough sponge. I reset. Do you wish from someone with the raid? Raid? No raid. No raid. Or do you mean like raiding ocean monuments? Ocean monument raid. I mean, I'm not going to do that right now. It's just something I'm thinking about that I should go do. Because I barely have a stack of sponges. I don't have a stack of sponges. I have 55 sponges. But I reset a bunch of them. Obviously not the one that I'm working at, but, you know, there's some out there somewhere. I'm going to have to do a huge... maybe one day we'll get renewable sponges. Oh, did you see? We did, in fact, get renewable sulfur. They did make it that you could... where am I going? You could make the sulfur blocks from the sulfur stalactites and stalagmites. So that's cool. They did it. I don't know what they're going to do with the Cinnabar yet. Fair enough, but yeah, I'm doing good job as a mod that I am trusted enough to moderate the Discord. Okay, yeah, let me know. Yeah, that's good. I am very happy about that. And they're still like tweaking the colors and stuff. They're really listening to people on making sure that they get that right, which is cool. So that's kind of nice. But I'm just like, I'm gonna have to go in with like a really fine tooth comb on this next update and really try and make sure like I'm getting some good sulfur cave kind of things spawning on the server. I feel like it's going to be very annoying to do that. Because if I don't do it right, I'm going to end up deleting a chunk that's like, I don't know how they do like old chunk to new chunk blending. So like if I clear the chunks just simply based off of time stayed in a chunk, and like one chunk had a sulfur cave, but that chunk didn't get deleted, and the one next to it gets deleted, like is there a biome blending between the, well, no, it wouldn't biome blend anything. I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't really had to do a big cleanup of the chunks for landscapes since the what was it? Since I don't have any stone on me. The pale oak forest. But the pale oak forest was like super easy. There weren't a ton of them, so I was able to kind of just do those pretty easily. But I feel like it's going to be a lot more difficult to get the sulfur caves spawned in a way that doesn't look goofy, you know? Like I'm going to have to specifically go through and find sections that get cleared that have them, I guess. So, you know, we'll see. I'm going to probably put it into chunk base, look for some areas, look to see what's built around those areas and see what I might do to have them show up. And if we get renewable cinnabar, then I'll feel even better about it, because with renewable cinnabar, then it's not like I have to worry about cinnabar being, needing a bunch of these scammer and a bot today. I mean, just for the resources. I'll be able to just get the things I need to then make the resources. But if cinnabar is not renewable, then I'm going to need a decent amount of sulfur caves if I want to do any sort of real building out of cinnabar. Which is annoying, but it's fine. I get it. We'll see. We'll see what the snapshot tomorrow brings. Boop, boop, boop. I'm still going to need some stone. Do I have enough room for a stack of stone? I do. Okay, cool. Let's go sleep in grubstone. I've been really, it's been bad, but these energy drinks, these Bing energy drinks, I've become addicted. They have become a daily occurrence. It's not a good thing, but oh my God, do they help. They help like nobody's business. They really get me through the afternoon. They get me through that slump post lunch. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine, and I probably have about 300 in my cup of coffee in the morning because I have a giant cup of coffee. So I'm not exceeding the 400 milligrams of caffeine in a day, but I'm definitely having more now than I was like 2 weeks ago before I started getting these. Yeah, it's fine. Luckily, they're like not super bad in terms of like sugar. It's only got 5 grams of sugar, so that's cool. It's 30 calories a can, and it's got 5% actual juice, which who knows what that means. It's supposed to be apple juice, but I don't know if that's true. Okay, sear. This was the section that got janky. So we're going to do that and then that. Okay, cool. This looks fine, right? I did when I did the fill in the gap on the other section, I was surprised at how easy it was to fill it in compared to the first time I did it. It almost auto filled in the majority of the thing last time, which was amazing. I'm hoping it's as clean today as last time when we do this. It'll just look nicer from the outside, at least, to have the full circle completed, especially if Tokyo's been working on stuff. I've been bad at remembering to post my VODs. Not that those ever get any watches, but like for nostalgic reasons, I like having all the VODs posted because you can kind of like see the progress. I don't want this gap here. This gap's gonna annoy the heck out of me. Of how things are getting built, and I enjoy for that to be able to go back and like maybe look at it one day in the future. Okay, those ones are fine. This is a little funky. It's a little funky, but hold on, let me just look at it from up here. This one I don't like. This needs a little. Okay. So that's good. That's good. This is good. But I've also been working on stuff, not on Minecraft, but I have been doing work on my PMD D&D system. Do you have an audience for that? Do you have people that you're going to try and get to play it? Like, do you know people who you think would be interested in such a thing? Speaking of games, I finally pulled the trigger on a new game that I've been trying. I'm not certain how I feel about it yet, but I've been exploring Enshrouded a little bit. I downloaded it yesterday. I've been playing it a little bit. I went between like, I don't know, 3 different games. I was looking at Windrose for a hot minute. And then there was another like game called Voyagers of Nira that I was also looking at. But I ended up settling on Enshrouded mostly because I remember like when Scar and Impulse and Azuma tried it a while ago. So I was like, okay, they tried it, so maybe there's something there. But I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Of course not. Who do you take me for? Do I look like I am famous? Right? I don't know. You might have a friend who you're like think would be into it off the bat. Okay. Are we missing any sections? I think it's all pretty well covered in with gravel. And I do think if it was filled with water, it would look pretty good, right? Okay, let's go drop this stuff off and we will get that going. You've considered getting Windrose? So even though Enshrouded and Windrose are both in early access, Enshrouded seems to be way further along in its development than Windrose does. And some of the reviews that I was watching people say about it was like, great game. Don't expect to be doing a lot in it this early in development. So I'm like, okay. But everybody said great things about Enshrouded. So, that's kind of where Enshrouded is still early. Yeah, Enshrouded is actually still early access, but it's very fleshed out for where it is in early access. Now, I don't know that I like the game yet. I'm not saying like, oh, you should get it. It's awesome. I'm still, Verdict is very much so still out on it. I only got to play it for like, I don't know, 2-3 hours yesterday. And some of the mechanics in it, I'm still trying to get a handle on. I think the biggest problem I'm having with some of these games, and it's the same issue I think that I ran into with Hytale. I the thing that I love about games like Vintage Story and Minecraft, and the only game that I was okay with not being like that on was Satisfactory, but I don't like having recipes locked behind things you have to do. Like Vintage Story and Minecraft, you can craft anything right off the bat. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you have the materials. Where in Shrouded Hightail, so far, it's like you need to unlock or find these certain things to let you do certain stuff. So if I want to build a base in a specific way with specific materials, it's not just, oh, find the material. It's find the material, unlock the guy that crafts it, then you can do it. And I don't know that I like that. I just want to be able to build what I want to build from the start, because otherwise I find myself like going back and forth and having to redo stuff a lot. It's something I do a lot in Satisfactory. I'm more okay with it in Satisfactory, but I don't know about these other kind of games. I don't think any of my immediate friends would want to try it. Maybe a single session for testing birds, but I am still passionate about my projects. So I still make them, not even for others, but just for myself to have them. And that's totally cool because maybe one day you'll find somebody who is interested. I also don't like tiered progression stuff where you build like beginner workstation, then you have to upgrade it to adept workstation or something later. Yeah, that's something that really annoyed me about Hightail. I haven't found that to be the case yet in Enshrouded. But Enshrouded works a little bit differently from what I've been able to gather so far, where it's like I'm finding people who will do the crafting for me or give me access to the things that I want to craft, but you don't like upgrade the crafting things. So it's like not as bad as Hightail with that. Now I will definitely be revisiting Hightail because I know that they've talked about like adjusting that formula. When they end up doing that, who knows? But it's something that I will revisit. So anyway, that's one of the things that right now I'm still kind of waiting to see how it pans out. I'll probably play it a bit tonight, really try and sink my teeth into it. The combat is fine. It's whatever. It's not too difficult. I took me a little bit to understand it. I was definitely dying an excessive amount until it like clicked. But once I got it, I've been a lot better off. Yeah, I figured maybe I'd do a video about it and the algorithms gods have mercy on me. But that's an interesting way to go about it for sure. What is this crap? Hold on one sec. What the heck is this garbage? Okay. Hawker darker. Whoa. One second. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Got distracted there. I got junk mail, but then I saw a notification. So my relatives, cousins who are my age, moved to the same area that I live in the Hudson Valley, and they're looking to like buy a house. And so I'm always like keeping an eye on what might come up for houses and stuff. And a really nice one came up. Like really, really nice one. That I think might be perfect for them. So I like keeping an eye on that stuff. I have a problem. I am on Zillow like way too much. I love just looking at Zillow and looking at houses and seeing what's out there. Even though I don't plan on buying another house, I literally just bought this one. It's just, I don't know. There's something fun about it for me. I think part of it maybe is also I like to see what other people have done with their houses, because I think it's always cool. Like when I'm looking at like inspiration for, we're going to redo the kitchen in here one day. Let's see what other people's kitchens look like and stuff, I kind of dig that thing. Okay, this is not going nearly as easy as the other section was for some reason. Whoa. Hello. Okay, interesting. If I take this up to the... Okay. That worked better. That's not water. Cool. We went through quite a lot there. So yeah. Bobby Mod. They still have, nothing has beat Bobby Mod yet for me. Still loving the Bobby Mod. Okay. Cool. Great. So yeah, we've been watching Blood on the Clock Tower. We've still been watching the Dungeon Delivery series. Those have been fun. I was on the fence. I almost was gonna pull the trigger on Baldur's Gate, but I couldn't convince myself to do it. I really think at the end of the day, it's just gonna be, goodness gracious, today. I'm always gonna probably enjoy watching those things way more than I'm going to enjoy playing them, which is fine. Okay, what is happening? This is just annoying. This corner is killing me. Is this a line yet? No. Okay. If I do here, maybe? Trying to get it a straight line across, but it's not being super nice. You want to know the funniest thing? This isn't the only chat I am modding, and I just banned a bot from the other chat, came back, and this pop up. Like, what is going on today? I feel like some days do get like are worse than other days. I don't know why that occurs. It would have been really funny if it was the same bot name. Like they all just like coalesce at once, and they're all the same kind of entity bot. Not that I really want to call it bot an entity, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that is a straight line this way, right? Kind of. I don't know. I'm going to put one here and see how far it goes. See, it only went to there. Frustrating. I'm just going to have to really just go for it with these. Will this go all the way across? No. Okay, so if I do here now. I don't understand why the other one made it so much easier. Okay, that one go? Nope, stop there. Maybe it's the levels. Wonder if you could kind of fill those holes so it's flat with water source, and then it just fill itself. Like down here, right? It's the stuff that's down here that's an issue. Or do you mean like the weird gaps up there? Guess I think it stops because it turns into flowing water. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it's fine and sometimes it's goofy. I mean, the best way to do it is like I've seen where you what do? You like do a ceiling and then fill the ceiling with water and then you let it all flow down and just put a bunch at the bottom and let it grow over time. It's one way to handle it. I think what I did before, you know what I did before? Hold on. Let me do this. I'm actually, wait a minute. I just had an idea on how to fill this out. I'm going to do what I did before and see if it works. So I did a row. I just did boop, boop, boop. I just did a whole row like this, okay? And got it all leveled out at the bottom with the kelp like this. Boop, 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 boop. And this forced it all to the same level. And then as this grew, you see what that did? That kind of a thing. I'm going to just do this, okay, to this corner. And then I'm going to do this going this way. And then what should happen is as this whole thing grows, it should all eventually get filled in. Once it actually lines up correctly. You can see it's actually working way better than what I had going on before. Oh God, I'm going to drown. Hold on. Time out. Forgot to breathe. Oxygen is a good thing. Zip, 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 zip. Boop, boop. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Come on. Great. Cool. Okay, so now that is aligned like that. And I believe what I ended up doing from there is I found the corner, which was like here. And I did this. And it did that. See? Now, it was a lot cleaner. Not my idea. Not my idea, but works. Also don't have the correct installation. So, okay. So that wasn't perfect, but that was the basic concept right there. I'm like one shy of the correct height. There we go. There it goes. There it goes. Is it doing the whole thing? It got pretty far. It got pretty far. I think this line needed to be like one more outside, potentially. Because I see it flowing at the top. No? Wait, where is it a water source? Is it like back here? Okay, so when I do the other section, remind me, do it this way. No, wait, what? Is that still flowing? Somewhere over here, it's got to turn that into a source. If I go all the way up here? Or is it just... Yeah, okay. So, nothing. Okay, fine. Hold on. That should all grow and be fine now. Let me go... I think you could probably still see how I did it on the other side. Let's go look real quick. Over here was the only other spot where I did it that it worked that cleanly. Oh no, I guess I did fill it all in. Or it's just grown over this amount of time. But I did it perfect. I did like this, and then I filled in one layer on the whole bottom and just let it create sources the rest of the way. I need to repair my wingies. Okay. We're getting there, though. We'll get that section done, and then we'll do the last section. It's not even 1:45. We've barely been at it for an hour. Oh, yeah. We're going to finish it. Now, granted, I did start that one a little bit earlier. But it's fine. Boop. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay. We need to repair my wings, if you would be so kind. Great. Thank you. Are they dying? What's going on here? No, we're okay. Oh, it's all repaired already. Cool. Boop. And boop. Boop. And boop. Boop. Great. Okay. Nothing has spawned down here since we changed that to a leaf block, by the way. Thank you, Encrypted. Much cleaner. Been very good. There's still so many spots that they're spawning down below, unfortunately. But you know what? If I can repair my elytra in like the 2 seconds that took, it's fine. You'll notice the shape on the inside wall is not as nice as the outside wall. That is because you're not going to see the inside wall at the end of the day. That inside wall is going to be completely covered up. So I use that as like, there's some extra blocks there for getting around corners and stuff, so it doesn't have to look as perfect. Why did I take my shoes off? When did that happen? Weird. I guess sometimes I like to take my shoes off. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so let's see here. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill this whole thing in like I did the other one and just let it slowly grow over time. I feel like that is the way to do it. If it'll let me. Don't like the swim with your shoes on, I guess. I mean, okay, so here's something weird about me. I actually don't like swimming without sandals on. Like I have to have sandals or some sort of water device on my feet because I just don't like the way the bottom of the ocean feels. So like whether it's water shoes or sandals or whatever, I guess unless I'm in a pool. If I'm in a pool, it's different, but I'm in the ocean right now, you know? So, you know, slimy, gross, bottom of the ocean. I gotta have my sandals on. It's the only way. Oh, in the ocean? Yeah, I got that. Yeah, in the ocean, which I'm in the ocean, right? Pool? Definitely not. Pool, it's fine. Unless it's like a gross pool where they haven't cleaned it and the bottom's getting all slimy from algae and grossness. But I'm probably not going to be swimming in those kind of pools anyway. I don't like swimming in general. I'm not a big like beach person. I don't know. I've never been like, if I can't see the bottom, I want something. Yeah, there you go. The only beach that I like is this beach in St. John's off of like Cinnamon Bay. That's the only beach I really enjoy. Too many friends have had to get stitches from stepping on broken. Ooh. No. No. Yeah. Not something I even want to think about. Vicky likes the beach, but me, I am perfectly fine not going to the beach. The beach just is, I don't know. I don't like more of a problem at the lake than at the ocean with similar concerns. Yeah. I think I just don't like sand. I think Tango's talked about it before. I have a similar opinion to Tango on beaches. You know, that's kind of the thing. I wonder if they're all going to be starting to stream up again this week. They probably should be. I think they're all getting back home. Love to hear them talk about how they found Gamers Outreach. Yeah, I don't like sand or getting sunburned. I'm pretty not that I'm sun resistant, but my I'm a darker skin, like because I'm Italian anyway, so like I have a little bit easier of a time with the getting burned. Now don't get me wrong, I do get burned, but like takes a little bit more for me to get burned than most people. I have to drink sunscreen constantly. I turn into a lobster. Ooh. That's Vicky. She has the same issue. Which, I get it. If you are generally pale, I walk outside. You are a vampire. I see. I see. Combing your hair. This is why you shaved it, right? Because you can't see yourself in the mirror, so you can't comb it. It's just easier. I get that. Because you're a vampire. No reflection. Ah, come on. It was kind of funny. Part of it was because it's easier to apply sunscreen when you're bald. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. That makes sense. Just lather it all up. I will say I usually have some sort of like hat or something when I'm outside. Okay, yeah. I have two other news. One good news and one bad news. Okay. I will take the bad news first unless you have an order you would like to deliver them in. I'm always a bad news first kind of guy. Hello. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Boop, boop. Do I have enough of this? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. I'll just let this slowly grow over time and it'll all get filled in and it'll be great. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. You've come back. Stay out of my way. I'm working here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I just want them in order of importance. Is it raining now? What's going on? I like to end on good news. It's just like the way my brain works. I don't want to end the day on bad news or else I can't sleep. But if there's bad news earlier in the day and then I receive good news later in the day, usually I'm better. I can deal with life more. My uncle is going to Japan for 2 weeks in May from the 6th to 22nd. Problem. I got lonely real quickly and none of my family is available during that time. I lack motivation to cook and eat anything. That makes things difficult. So many bots today. I do not know what the deal is. So I don't know how to handle it. May. I don't know how to handle May, nor will I survive May. Pre-cook your meals before they leave while you still have the motivation for it. And then all you have to do is heat them up while they're gone. Oh God, drowning. Drowning. There's only a little bit of sky left. We're almost there. And then we can work on the last section. Oh God. I'm stuck under the water. I actually really hate leftovers, heated meals. Oh, really? I mean, I get that. I can understand that. Because of my job, I'm kind of like, if I could choose not to have pre-reheated meals, I would. But like, if I'm working and Vicky has to cook because I'm not home for like just to help me out. Usually me and Vicky cook all the time together, but like I just have to deal with it and have to reheat up the meals. And it's like, okay, it's fine. I get it. I'm not home. I'm the problem child. So I will deal. It's really funny because I don't see the bot messages from my perspective. It's just chaos yelling about imaginary robots. He catches it so quickly. Okay. And now it's filled in. So I guess I just needed like the one layer at the bottom and then the outline rows and everything kind of filled in from there. So that's what I do. Great. Oh, it's looking so much better now. It's almost there. So we have one more corner to do. It looks pretty sick. Like now that it's like almost a circle. Now they can even send it to chat. Automa denies the message from being sent, so only Nard. Yeah. Okay, so we got to do there. Cool. Great. Love it. Let's put this away. We'll go get the stone and the gravel. Excuse you. And we will work on terraforming the last corner here. I went through a lot of the kelp. Still have I think that's enough to do the last section though. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if it's going to take a full shulker box, but I'm going to bring 2 full shulker boxes of each. I don't even need to deal with them. I just do it out of fun. But you can ignore them basically, and I will deny them. Oh, really? I didn't know that it would automatically deny them after some time. I thought you had to just hit deny because it would just sit there in my chat. Did not know it would automatically just deny them. Good to know. Okay, as you can see, like, besides that section right there, it's kind of pretty flat, which... You know, we're going to make it a bit more interesting. But it's really not, this section's really not that far from just being ready to go, which is good. It'll be a little bit easier. Nope, denies it may take some time, but you can really just ignore them. That is good to know. I did not realize that's how that was set up. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to go around here to that. I think I want to keep it at this height over here. And this comes around. Does this connect to anything over there? I guess not till there. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Oh god. Then we can fill all this in. Trying to make this, you know, as interesting as possible. I think eventually, besides, you know, just trying to make it feel like this is all blending in with the, anyway, we'll see how I deal with May. Few online friends offered a stronger presence, but we'll see how that goes. If I was around in May, I'd stream more, but I'm pretty sure I will be on a movie in May. I'm like 90% sure, unfortunately. As for good news, I finally got to watch Has Been Hotel. What the heck is that? I've never heard of that before. Okay, that's good for there. I think what I want to do is I want to do this where I'm filling this in a little bit as I go. Just so I don't get like too lost here. Boop, boop, boop. An indie show made by an artist that I followed since forever that is about hell. Interesting. Okay. Boop. The caffeine is not working. I'm feeling tired. I hate it. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I had a charcuterie board for a lunch, you know, like just a bunch of cheese and crackers. It's not really a very like wake you up kind of lunch, if you know what I'm saying. I need like, I don't know. I've always struggled with like what to have for lunch that won't make me want to fall asleep. I have the worst like post lunch when I'm not working. I just every day after lunch I want to take a nap. I need a siesta. I'm definitely one of those people that like the morning is my strongest time to like think and work on stuff. That's why I usually am trying to do construction downstairs and stuff in the morning and then stream in the afternoon. I do like indie animation shows like Hell of a Boss. All of those. I don't think I've ever watched any of that stuff. I am on cup 5 of coffee and still feel like a Prius in a freshly plowed field. You know, I've been trying these things, these Bing drinks for like just, you know, little extra pick me up after lunch. Some days, like, I think the first week I was doing it, it was good. I think what I need to do is only drink it on streaming days. Does your body like, hold on one sec. That's a lot of information. That's too much to read. I've been dieting, so no food comas for me lately. So what do you not, are you doing like the intermittent fasting, whatever? Like, what are you doing for lunch then? Or are you keeping lunch small? Just calorie counting. I need to get back to that. I did that like when I turned 30, and it was good. It did a trick. But I have since not been as good with that, and I need to be. I have autism, ADHD, asthma, and chronic insomnia. Caffeine is not compatible with you. See, I feel like the biggest problem for me is that like I'm just getting used to the caffeine. So it's not doing as much as it should because I'm just like, I quickly am just getting used to having that much caffeine, you know? I want to make this more interesting, and I'm not 100% sure how to do that. I guess we could... okay, let me think. Let's think about this. So this could be like... Well, I guess this is kind of a different vibe here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. This would be... Okay, so this layer we can say is... Oh, interesting. Gets filled in. Put on a lot of weight during COVID that I'm finally getting rid of. So, it was interesting. Like I was actually doing better at staying healthy during COVID. Like we would go for walks outside and work out and do all of this stuff during COVID. But then after COVID, when work started up again, is when that actually became more difficult for me. Like when I'm not working, like really not working, I have the freedom and the ability to do a lot more than I do when I'm working. And working makes the weight thing way more difficult. I literally cannot drink it. Like my doctor told me I should avoid caffeine if possible because the effects are wildly erratic and unpredictable and could do some serious damage really quickly, especially with ADHD and chronic. Yeah, you know, I know everybody with those some of the people that I know that have ADHD, caffeine will actually put them to sleep. It's like the complete opposite effect to them, which to me is just crazy. Okay, so that's that section. I feel like I still need some more variance here. This is going to get filled in. Here, let me just fill in this real quick. Yeah, it kind of does that to me too. Yeah, it's so interesting how it seems to have the opposite effect on people with ADHD. Okay, let's get this line filled in because that's definitely throwing me off a little bit here. And this is kind of funky. Okay. Cool. That whole thing's a line. Oh, interesting. I am stuck. Boop, 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 boop. Then we have to fill this in, I guess. This is weird. I guess I could do... We'll do this, and then we'll find out how to move it all together. This was like a weird cliff, huh? Boop, 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 boop. Like that? Sure. Okay, so let's fill in this. Problem, I still have chronic insomnia, so it doesn't make me sleepy. It just makes me tired. Because chronic insomnia, I still cannot fall asleep, so I just end up feeling miserable and tired while not being able to sleep. Yeah, that sounds like a bad combination of things, for sure. Very unpleasant. Okay, so this whole thing gets filled in with gravel, and then it's like this section we got to figure out what to do. Hence my ability to take caffeine. I love my morning cup of coffee. I need that to start my day. And honestly, if I couldn't have that, I would be... I think I would have mostly just a caffeine headache. Would it actually make me not be able to get up and do stuff? I don't know about that. I think for me, it's really just about I'd get a caffeine headache. If coffee went away, it would probably take me... Are you playing that? Did you end up getting that, or are you talking about just watching it? It'd probably take me like 3 or 4 weeks to get over the headaches, but I think at the end of the playing it, you've been enjoying it. I think at the end of the day, I would be fine though. I might sleep a little bit more, but I'm living in a world without coffee, so I think that's okay. If coffee doesn't exist, then something has seriously gone wrong. Very much so. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't seen much about it lately, so I wasn't sure if it like fell off the radar pretty quickly or whatever. Or my feeds just haven't been feeding it to me as much as it was when it first came out. Okay, seer. I gotta figure this out. Let me think. Because we have this. That looks terrible. Okay, hold on. Time out. That got really janky here. We're gonna make this a little bit more interesting. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's go from the other side now, maybe, and see if I work with the cliff structure, I can do something interesting here. I think what I want is, let's do this. Okay, so this is gonna make that do... Okay, hold on. I gotta think. I gotta lock in for a second here. 2 1 2 1 1 1 2 3 1 1 2 3. Okay, and then it needs to come from here. 1 1 1 1 2 3 1 1 2. And then that's gonna go higher still, I think. So maybe, oh boy. Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. This is all this level. This works. So we'd fill all this in here. Okay. This section, it's going to be pretty flat. Maybe we could do like some sort of asymmetrical kind of like shape in the middle there, just to give it a little bit of a depth kind of a thing. Okay, cool. And then this needs 1, 2. I want to cut this off pretty quick. Okay. Okay, I think that works. It kind of did because most players just went through the very depressing main storyline, but I'm someone who plays slowly with plenty of plans, so I am likely going to take a while, not just to play through the story, but also finish all the projects. So are you actually engaging relatively a lot with the building aspects of things? So I'm debating, depending on how my time goes tonight with this game, playing Enshrouded a little bit, I'm debating doing a variety stream and trying it out on Wednesday stream. Friday I'll still do Craftworks, but I'm like debating checking out on stream Enshrouded. It's not really a family friendly game, but you know, I can show you my town sometime. Are you you're making a whole little town in there? I really don't know enough about the game. Hold on. I want to keep that like that. Okay. Here, let's move these up to there since that section's done. Do you have like all the stuff unlocked already in it, or is that all going pretty slow? That is the point. You make a town for Pokemon to live in. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. So what are we doing here? Are we like gonna call this a higher level? I'm not opposed to that. It adds some depth. I think that's cool. And that's cool. Where do we go with it though? Not everything, a few things missing, but I got enough things unlocked to finish my current projects and pretty up my first town. Are you just doing, well, you say your first town, is there like, are you going to do like another playthrough, or do you do like multiple towns within the game? Just trying to understand that aspect of things. I guess I'm going to cut it off there. Or maybe I could do like this kind of a thing. That works. And then we can run the cliff face into the side. This got a little bit big, but they told me they were doing the lawn Thursday, and we have to clean up the dog poop before that happens. And then I just heard a lawnmower going, and I'm like, ew, what? But it is not my lawn. It is across the street. I got nervous for a second there. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Just trying to feel this out. Okay, so this gets filled in, and this is this level. Okay, that works for me. And then we'll do here, here. Boop, 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 boop. That all fits there. And then this, there, and then we'll have to just figure out that section. Okay, let's fill all this in before we get too far. The game is an open world, unfortunately. There are 5 distinct areas, each with different environment and vibe, allowing you to build 5 different towns in different styles if you want to. Building can also be done in 2 different ways. Prefab buildings that can enter Animal Crossing style, and buildings that you would build as if you were in Minecraft. Interesting. That's you know, the whole like prefab thing. It's always interesting to me how different games handle building. Um, and that's one of the things that I think I was intrigued with Enshrouded to try how their building works, because it is like it's prefabbed. It's got some prefab stuff, but then you're like able to edit their prefabbed things, which was new. Not something that I have messed with before. I don't know that I don't think I've played a game where the prefab stuff you could edit. So like say there's a prefabbed wall with a door in it, you can like right click on it with a certain size block to then add like a small window next to the door, like removing a section of the prefab. So it kind of has some interesting flexibility, which is why I think I ended up deciding to try that game. Because I am, oh my God, today is a day, huh? Because I'm kind of curious how building with that kind of prefab, but also not, is going to work out for me, if I'm going to like that. I definitely think the limiting factor is I just want to have everything unlocked to build, but you don't need to use them, but there are some interesting things you could do with the prefabs. Some prefab buildings are just small dens made out of leaves or sand or rock and make a dense forest area with dens around it. Do you do like interior stuff too? Yeah, I feel like that helps tie that in better. I want to get all this done and then figure out how to connect the cliff correctly. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Yes. Are the interiors scaled to the exteriors? Or is it like you build a house, like kind of how Animal Crossing is, you have a house, but then you go in and it's obviously like way bigger on the inside? Does it actually scale it to however big you build it on the outside? Not scaled, they are bigger on the inside. Interesting. Okay. I wasn't sure how they were going to handle that, if you can also build things that aren't prefabs, but that's cool. I don't ever do interiors, so doesn't really matter. Although I like the idea of being able to do interiors. It kind of always depends on like how, but again, you can also build in Minecraft style. Oh, who email now? Just so much garbage today in the emails. But again, you can also build a Minecraft style. I think, I think I'm curious to see how Enshrouded goes for me. It's almost like No Man's Sky level of building, but better. And I think that's why I'm kind of interested in how it's going to work out. If it's enclosed space with a door and furniture, it counts as usable house, usable by up to 4 Pokemon. So it actually registers what it considers usable and not. Like it knows, kind of like Terraria, like what a house is. There's no way to do that in Minecraft, right? Like Minecraft doesn't know what a house is. There's nothing in the code that delineates that, right? Or no way to really add something like that to Minecraft, like how they have in Terraria. I wonder, no, that's why you need to light your interiors. Yeah, no, I wonder if it's something that they could implement. I don't know. Nope, it doesn't know. They could do structure bounding boxes that generate with a village or something. Well, like, is there anything in the code that could be used like through, maybe not through a data pack, but like, could you mod it into the game? Or is it just not even close to being possible? Or would that be a heck of a crazy mod? They could look for beds, workstations, and doors. But there's no way for them to know, like, detecting, possibly, I don't know. I'm not aware. Detecting an enclosed area would be trickier. Okay. Interesting. Probably possible, just might be laggy. So, okay. So here's why I'm bringing this up. So they did a survey recently. I always like participating in the Mojang surveys, where they were talking about, like, it was basically a survey about villagers and stuff. And it was interesting because one of the questions was like, how do you like interacting with villages? And they kind of like had a few sections to choose from. And one of them was like very interesting because it kind of indicated that they had this idea of like an upgradable village concept as like an implementation in the game. And I was like, that would be interesting. No Man's Sky has something like that. And I'm like, how could that work in Minecraft? Because they're clearly like doing something in the background to gear up for some sort of village change even more. So I believe there are mods that use gas mechanics where enclosed space matters and opening the closed space caused the gas leak. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some space mods that do that. Okay. Not sure how they calculate the enclosed space. So in theory, it should be possible to check for enclosed artificial areas. That kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess. So okay, so because those mods exist, then it for sure is possible. I'm pretty sure those mods are also generally laggy though. I'm curious to see how they end up implementing it. Hey, have you seen anybody complain or like has the Vulkan mod stuff become a pain point for any of the modders like Sakura or any of those guys and girls working on Mini HUD? Has that become an issue for them? I don't know if you've seen anything about that stuff. Haven't been looking, but not that I know of. Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh no. Ooh, boy. I'm hoping not. And I'm hoping things generally go like nice and okay. I think I'm just going to completely connect this thing. Hold on. Oh, is that it? Oh, but that's like staircasey kind of. Okay, let's try and clean it up with, oh God, this. I guess doing stuff like that, it still feels cliff-esque, but it's not super nutso. Okay, this and this look a little weird. Okay, and that looks a little weird. And I feel like just to break it up a little bit. Okay, that looks like something that could be naturally generated, I think. Yeah, okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. Okay, so let's put this stuff away and then it's nighttime. We'll go get the kelp. Oh wait, what's my button? That's my button. We'll go get the kelp and we'll fill this section in. Whee! Great Scott. We're doing pretty good. We're doing very good. Maybe I don't sleep? Okay, I got here early enough. Okay, sear, boop, boop. How filled are the other ones? Can I move this over? Is that, can you hear that lawnmower across the street? Is that like super aggressively loud? Or is it not really even registering? Probably pretty low, right? Okay, we want to use those, and then we want to use all of this. And we want to go, what is it, over there? And we can start filling this in. So, what was we did a line. We're going to ignore this weird section. But we're going to start with a line here. We'll fill this out separately afterwards. There. That's where the corner is there, right? Okay. Sure. Seems like there's a good spot. We'll do this. Boop, boop, boop. We'll just go across this way. And then where's the other way? I guess over here. And we'll come back and do that section over there. I did see someone post a picture on Reddit. They were getting way more frames per second on Vulkan than I mean, I would assume that would be the case. Like Vulkan is such, you know, a newer technology. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So we'll just do this all the way around. Oh no, I'm drowning. Getting to use the nice GPU for rendering instead of being CPU limited. Yeah. I mean, I'm technically... Well, I'm on an older GPU. I'm definitely using the GPU for rendering, though. Right? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. That's all in the GPU. It's not using a ton of the GPU. It's using like 36%, 30%, 36%. So it's definitely using the GPU. Okay, what were we doing? We're filling all this in, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Dude. So we fill it in and then, ooh, I missed it. I missed a thing. You know what? It's fine. Some stone here and there is good for it. Okay, we're going to just go from the corners now. I'm so glad that this computer, this many years later, still feels like a brand new computer. With how expensive stuff has gotten, I would not want to be in the market for a new computer right now. It's wild. I'm very, very happy with this computer. The only thing that I think I need to do is maybe give it a little bit of a cleaning, because the fan's a little spicy these days. Sounds like it gets a little loud with the fan. But besides that, from a performance level, this thing is great. Okay, that'll all fill in over there. That's wonderful. And then we'll keep going this way. And then we do the corners and it all should be grand. Assuming that the corners stay where the corners stay. I need to remember to blink. I need an automatic blinker for myself. I need my eyes to automatically blink. Because I forget to blink way too much. Oh, God. Come on. We're almost there. Then we can start doing something different. Maybe we'll actually be able to make a decent dent in removing the water from the north section of this thing. I'm going to drown. Luckily, I have plenty of kelp still. I think that's enough to probably do the whole bottom of this. At some point, I'm going to have to go through the other corners and remove all the kelp because it looks weird. But it's like the best way to just do this and let it go until all this is replaced with water sources. Going back and watching the Blood on the Clock Tower episodes has been very interesting. Seeing Corrales in one of them as like a bad guy having to play the demon was so funny. And seeing how confused Azuma was about the whole thing had me cracking up. He's such a, like, he's too good of a guy to play those kind of like social deduction games. Azuma. He does not, you can see he's like super uncomfortable with them. But I think that makes it way more entertaining. Poop, 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 poop. Okay. We got enough? We definitely got enough. Is this like, yeah, this is like almost completely filled in. Yay. Okay, I'm just gonna spaz fill this in at this point. Since don't really have to go too crazy now that it's like pretty much there. Okay. So I definitely should have this week and next week off. I don't know what the deal is with May yet. I'm supposed to find out. They told me I would hear something this week. I'm interviewing for, well, I think I'm interviewing. I'm pretty sure I'm interviewing because they sent me the script. A potential movie that will then take up my entire summer. So things are going to get a little crazy for me this year again. Oh, I need to take all this crap down too. Ugh. Okay, well, at least the circle is finished. Should I? Oh, I put that away. I was like, where the heck did those shulker boxes go with the stuff in it? Okay. Okay, grand. That's grand. That's great. Let's go put this away, and we will continue working on clearing out this section. I'm just wondering, from her perspective, if I had Bobby Mod off, I don't even think you could see that, right? That's probably way too far. I don't even know that you could see the other side of this freaking monstrosity, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. Then I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's finish cleaning up the sand, and we'll work on this. What do we got? 2:30? Okay, we can work on this for the next, like, hour or so. I'm going to cut out a little early since I got to get rid of my shelf behind me for the electrical people tomorrow. So we'll go to like 3:30 and then I'll deal with that. It's so annoying. I would not have thought that they'd have to rip out a section of my wall to do this. I mean, I get it. It's not like there's a different way that they can do it, but it's just gnarly. I'm going to save this sand. I don't think I'm going to be too precious about it. Looking forward to another Gigs D&D session. Hearing them talk about it at Gamers Outreach was definitely cool. They all seem to be wanting to get back into it when they get back, which is nice. Okay. So, what I need to do now is this. We'll go here. We're going to just build this device and do this a bunch of times. And then that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And then this goes there. That goes there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh gosh, I've made a mistake. So there we go. I love it. Auto block placer, place my blocks for me. This is how I've been doing the rows over here. I just kind of do this and let it go. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, okay. So that's really going to be annoying to take that thing out of here. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. Probably should take my painting, my like movie, my season. Gosh, that was season 8. We're on season 11. That was 3 seasons ago. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. So I guess I am definitely getting an interview. We're gonna find out when they schedule it for. It might mean I'm adjusting my streaming schedule. Or we will have to see. Oh, I've run out of whoa. Settle down. I have run out of push limit. My push limit has been overexerted here. Let's fix that problem. Okay, so we want to move this whole thing over to here. I got distracted. I get distracted way too easy sometimes. Let's see what he says. This is crazy. This is the earliest I have ever interviewed for a job. Like, it's April. The job's not till July. April, May, June, July. That's 4 months in advance. I mean, it would be great to just line it up and not have to worry about it, but I have never interviewed for a job that much ahead of time. Unless they want to do like a month of prep, but that's still... Whatever. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think I'm going to get the job. I think I am... I don't know. It's a horror movie, and by all accounts, like, I do have quite a decent amount of experience doing horror movies. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it. I always hate the interviewing process. That's one thing normal people don't have to worry about. Like, I probably have to do like 3 or 4 interviews a year, as opposed to normal people who do like maybe 1 interview every couple years. I'm constantly having to interview for all these different jobs. I should check. Is this going to run into anything? Near. Okay, so I think I should get more stand, though. I think I want to get the lines done. Even though it's kind of boring just sitting here placing sand, I wouldn't mind just getting these out of the way. These ones over here will be fairly easy. I would probably do, well, the depth is kind of wild, huh? Probably do like these ones over here manually, maybe? Yeah. This should... I don't know if this is going to get me towards the end. I might have to do like the last 2 rows myself. I didn't really math it out. But we'll see. We will see. It's getting there. I'm debating what to do about the inner wall here when we get there. Part of me is thinking I will just do the whole thing in stone for now and then texture it later. That could be like a bad idea, but I really want to feel the structure in this space and then like save a copy of the world to my creative thing, and then once it's in here, manipulate what's there. Oh god, I'm doing it again. I keep forgetting to like stop the clicking of the sand. Okay, how much more do we have? Is it worth it to move the whole thing over for... It's only 2 blocks. Okay, we're just going to do it. We're just going to place these ones. Cool. I think I'm gonna get super like bored with this if I don't do some manually placing blocks. So we're gonna go manually place some at the other end for a minute. How much did that? Okay, that didn't use as much sand as I thought it would. Okay, let's go place some manually over here. Yeah, yep. Oh gosh. These aren't like huge crazy distances. Not at all. It's amazing how many of the squid get spawned in. There's like constantly squid. I haven't seen any zombie squid, and I don't know if that's because I have the mob switch on or not. Like if that's part of I guess that's technically a hostile mob, so it wouldn't spawn zombie squid, right? That's an assumption. I don't actually know for sure. But like I definitely have not seen any. Okay, my guy, get out of my way. I feel like I've been basically playing this game in peaceful mode for so long now since I've had the mob switch going. I barely ever have to deal with mobs in the overworld. So crazy that is like something you can do in this game. Those mechanics I think are what make this game awesome. That there are these so many different interconnected things you can do. I wonder if that actually is in other games, but because they're not as popular, people just haven't really spent the time to figure out the crazy things that they could do yet. Okay. Yeah. So this was too short, right? And this is at the same depth. So if I'm going to have to do it manually anyway, right? So, oh, what's going on under here? Wait, what? There's like a gap? Hold on. Let's fix that real quick. Let's get some stone and fix that weird little gap up. Don't know where that came from. Zoop. Let's just get a stack of stone. Where's the stone? There. Stack of stone. Let's fix that little sheboygan of a gap up. Where was that? That was like... Okay, so here... Is it supposed to be over by 1? I guess so. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, hold on. What? What the heck? What is going on? Interesting. Okay, fine. So this, we're just going to say needs to be like this. Cool? Yes. Great. Okay. So I could either put the extra 2 there or just manually put the extra 2 at the end. And I think I'm just going to manually put the extra 2 at the end. It's just slightly... It's not like the depth is any different. So it doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 5... Okay. And let's see here. I'll do 1 and then block. Ah! Nope. Below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, like so. And we'll do that. And we'll do. Come on. Place that there. Oh, and then I just need the redstone going around to power it. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I don't know why when I place it from on top it gets so weird. This we're gonna have to plug that little area up. We should do that real quick. While I'm thinking about it, let's look at this real quick. So this, we're gonna do that. And then I don't care if there's an aquifer under here. If I need the space in the future, we can like clear it out. But I think at this moment in time, it's not necessary. It's just extra garbage. Okay, let's clear. That's fine. And then is there anything over here? This gets really deep over here. It's going to suck to do, but it just like falls off a cliff, huh? I do feel like it needs to be done. Is there any more really weird ones? Like, what is this? Like here? Okay. It's fine. Okay, cool. That works. I don't think there's any other ones. Just got the major one. Okay, cool. Let's put this down. These next 3 are like the longest ones that have to get done anyway. Okay, so I got to do it from the side. Great. Beautiful. Yeah, those are the longest, but those over there are the deepest. Which, fine. We can manage that. What is this? Garbage. Okay, cool. Once I get through this, then some of those might be better to... I think those ones, it would probably be better to build up at the end, maybe? At the beginning, since it kind of like dips down towards the end. Yeah, I might want to do that. Let me do that now before I forget. So that was too shy, so I want to do like this. So the rest of them we want to be that deep. And we'll do that going the rest of the way down. Okay. These 2 we're just going to have to deal with it. Cool. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. I think we're going to be able to get decently far. We still have like 40 minutes. I don't know that I'll be able to finish it, but it goes kind of quick once you kind of get into it. I don't need this hoe in my inventory. The rest of this stuff, sure. I also don't need this. You know, that was one of the funny things, the Guest of the Hermits, watching how the different hermits in the Guest of the Hermit thing organized their hotbar. That was very interesting to me. Because I have mine very specifically laid out. And I don't usually change it. And a lot more people use their offhand than I do. I don't really use my offhand like at all. Seeing the like, do you put food or rockets in your offhand? I'm like, I don't put either. That would throw me off if I had that kind of thing in my offhand. I don't mind building with my offhand, but usually that is empty. Oh, this is going to be a project. I have to do this for all four sides. I don't really have a better way to do it either. Unfortunately, I usually keep rockets in offhand and food and hotbar and flip between them. I feel like I would constantly accidentally set off a rocket, knowing me. Constantly would be setting off a rocket. If I had food in my main hand and rockets in my offhand, I'd always set them off. That is a concern. Oh right, you mentioned that mod before. I find this thing interesting, that if you sit still for long enough, the game slows the frames per second down. I don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't have any real like detriment to the game, but it is interesting. I contributed to it for rocket stuff. Oh really? That's funny. You needed it that desperately. Okay. This, and then we move over again. Boop boop. Okay, cool. We're gonna need more sand, but let's get this built real quick. It's mainly when you try and fly, accidentally place a rocket somewhere. Doesn't it all? And it also happens when you go to eat, though, right? Like if I had that there. Okay. I guess if I was looking at the block and did that, then it would go off. But because I was looking at water, it's not like it was gonna go off. And then over here. Boop. Oh, no, that's too far away. And then we do this. Okay. Nope, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. I placed you wrong. Why? Okay. Cool. These are not spaced out in like any sort of ideal sense over here. I kind of went with what made the most like even number spaces by the time I got to the middle. Sand, where are you? Is there one that's like kind of empty? Yeah, okay, cool. It is good that I'm still using the sand, but I am kind of still just using it for the same thing that I've always used it for, removing water. Otherwise, I think I'm similar to you with the pick in the first slot. I don't actually usually have the pick in the first slot. Funny enough, I literally just put that there because I needed more room in my hotbar. Usually the sword is there, which I don't understand why, because I don't ever need the sword really, but I generally see the need for a sword. I don't generally see it. Yeah, I think it's just habit. I usually have it there. But just due to what I was building right now, I just moved it like 5 minutes ago. Shield in your offhand, no, because late game, who uses a shield late game? Just for the specific use case where I'm trying to kill a horde of mobs. I mean, which is generally only probably when you're doing a, mending something. I don't think I even usually craft a shield. Unless I'm like I don't craft a shield in this game. Maybe early game, But like, I think I crafted a shield early game on Craftworks. But besides that, I have no needs for shields. Early game really is it. Otherwise, you can like handle a ton of shots. Did you see this potential leak of another new mob? What has happened here? How do I have more? I'm confused. I feel like a lot of combat stuff really doesn't matter unless you're planning to do PvP. Yeah, I agree. Combat in this game is so basic, like it's fine. So some company leaked some like silhouette of a potential new mob and everybody's freaking out about it. I always find that so funny. Like people get very into it in this community. And not like just another variant, like an actually new mob. We could use, what was the last like real mob we got that wasn't a variant? Was it the Warden? I guess the Nautilus. Okay. That's more of a passive mob. Like the last real like aggro mob we got was the Warden. I don't even bother with crafting a sword until diamond level. I use them if I find them, but an axe is just better damage wise until diamond level or higher for swords. That makes sense. Yeah, because it's not like you're going to be really needing sweeping edge. You know, you're not going to need to hit multiple targets. And you get diamonds so quickly in this game these days that it really doesn't matter. Cool. I didn't finish that one. What am I doing? I just started a new one and didn't finish that one. Okay, that's fine. We'll just kind of bounce around. It's great. Yeah, it was the Warden really was the last hostile new mob, right? We could use another like new hostile mob. Again, excluding variants. I know there's like the new skeleton variant or whatever. We need like, I don't know, a new nether or end mob. I don't think they'll do any end mobs until they like actually commit to updating the end. Just do all that at once. Here's the end redone, and here's the mob for it too. Before they did the Nether update, did Enderman spawn in the end? Sorry. Sorry, hold on. Before they did the Nether update, did Enderman spawn in the end? Or was it only zombie piglins and the flamey guys? Wow, I'm shot. What mobs spawned in the end, in the Nether before the Nether update? Like they didn't have hoglins. They didn't have piglins. Those two were added, right? So it was zombie pigmen and why can't I think of the name? Oh my goodness. I'm so shot. You know what I'm talking about. Flamey throwy guys. Blaze. Oh my word. The dementia's hitting early for me, guys. Oh god. I think it was zombie pigmen. Skeletons. Yes, wither skellies. Wither skellies for sure. So wither skellies, but we're just regular skeletons in there before the update. Definitely wither skeletons. I forgot about wither skeletons. But like no Enderman, right? But I think skeletons only in the fortress. Was it regular skeletons as well as wither skeletons before the update? in the fortresses. I literally only played like a couple months before the update, so I don't have much memory. I'm pretty sure we like wiped. Did we wipe the Nether? Apparently, since 1.10, the Enderman could spawn in the Nether. Oh, okay. So well before the Nether update, then. Okay. So then, oh yeah, and obviously the ghast. Like, I'm not thinking of the ghast because it floats around like a, crying cat. But I want to say yes, but I don't really play much in the Nether until after the update. I guess the thing that I'm trying to think about is like, how many different mobs did we get with the Nether update / how many different mobs could we get with an end update? If we got technically just a variant on Pigman, we got Pigman from Zombie Pigman, just a variant, and then we got Zoglins. That's it. We got 2 new mobs with an entire Nether update. Will that be the case with an end update? Brutes are just stronger pigmen, though. I don't know that I would consider that a separate mob. I mean, I guess it's just a variant on the pigman mob. And those are interesting because those are location specific in terms of structure specific, I should say. They're structure specific. Kind of like shulker boxes in the end. They're structure specific. I'm wondering if they would do any other mobs that are just like wandering around the end. I would be curious. I really want like some form of end update to add all the blocks that we currently don't have for all the colors that are currently missing. I feel like the wood types, that's where they're going to go. The wood color types that were missing only make sense in the end. Assuming that they look good together. Because, green and red for the Nether being complementary colors fit well. Seeing those together in the Nether. Thinking about what colors are left in wood types, instead of a cyan, you still have the green and blues. Blues could maybe go with an interesting blue and purple. These aren't quite complementary. I actually would like to see variants of creepers depending on the biome. They could do blast damage, poison. They're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. I don't want that. The creeper is so iconic, I don't think that they would mess with it and add a variance. I've seen like the mods that are like camouflage creepers. They all do the same thing pretty much, but they're like camouflaged better for the environment. That's funny. But knowing how they're not even like, I don't know. Oh, I ran out of sand. Oh God. Okay. And I just used all my rockets. Good times. Luckily I had enough to get here. Didn't Jeb say like if the game was made today, creepers would not be in it? Like, given that, I highly doubt they'll do anything with messing with creepers. Okay, so if this interview ends up being at one of the times I was going to do a stream, as long as it's not, well, I guess if it's Wednesday, I would just stream Thursday and Friday back to back then. I'm trying to think about how this is going to work out. I have to go Thursday morning. I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to do because my oil change light has been on for like a month now. I have been neglecting to take care of it. So I finally got that scheduled. I am not good at those kind of things. Luckily, I haven't really been driving my car, so it's not like I've been putting a ton more miles on since this occurred. But I've just been very busy. Let's put some of this away. So I could see blue being a tree type in the end. I think that would be pretty cool. Purple would go if you consider that the end already has a lot of purple, a purple tree. I did that yesterday, changed the oil in my car for the first time since you got it. How many miles are on this car that you just changed it? Like, aren't you supposed to change it? Like, oh, okay. Well, that's not that crazy then. Like, it's every 5 to 10,000, depending on the type of car you have and the type of oil you use, right? Every 5K. They told me that the stuff that I was using was longer than every 5,000. So, like, I don't actually change it that often. I wouldn't trust anything. You wouldn't. Interesting. I don't know if maybe it has something to do with the fact that my car primarily uses electric and not the engine. So I don't know if it's a little bit different since I'm generally riding on plug-in power, you know? Maybe, not sure about the hybrids. I don't know. This is the first time I'm taking it to a different place to get the oil change. Usually I take it to a place in Buffalo, but I'm just barely there anymore. So I'm going to see what these guys recommend compared to the place in Buffalo recommended and see if it is, any different. I will report back on the next stream. And then finally getting my hair cut over the weekend. My hair has gotten way too long. It's like getting to pandemic level lengths. Learn that I can just barely do it without needing to jack the car up. What do you do with the oil then? How do you dispose of the oil that you're getting rid of? Like the old oil. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the underneath of my car. I'm fine doing electrical stuff, but I don't want to do mechanical stuff. That's beyond me, I think. I'll handle electrical. Take it to an auto store. Do they charge you to dispose of it, or do they dispose of it free? Just sounds like not something. Nope, it's free. It's free? Wow, that's crazy. If I got to go to the auto store, I might as well just have them do it. I don't know. It's so cheap. Like, just can't bring more than 5 gallons at a time. I think it's like $19 for them to do it, and then whatever the cost of the oil is. So for me, I'm just like, whatever. Having somebody who is professional do it is just better for me. Not sure if it's a government regulation that they have to take it for recycling or not. Oh, interesting. Because I don't really know where else you would dispose of it, right? If that didn't exist. Like, usually, like, dumps or transfer stations, like waste management stations are like, no. How about no when it comes to that kind of stuff? Oh, God. I overshot that a little bit. Like how you sell car batteries, I think you have to take them for recycling. Oh, interesting. Usually, like, whenever I have a car battery issue, AAA comes out and just takes the battery. So I don't ever worry about it. So close, it's so far. I was thinking I'd be able to get all of these done today. I'm thinking that's not possible anymore. Not if I'm got to cut out at 3:30. You don't save a ton of money doing oil yourself, but at least I know it's done right and don't have to leave my house. But you got to leave your house anyway because you got to go drop off the oil to, throw it out. See? If I got to go out anyway, I might as well just have somebody else do it. That's my logic. I don't know. I don't like getting my hands dirty. Once every like 15,000 miles. What do you hold on to it? You just kind of like keep the oil in a spot, and then after a certain amount of time, you finally bring it in to throw it out. That's fair, until my container is full. Okay. I see. So you just leave it hanging out until it's time. That's a workaround to that concept. I get you. We're almost. Oh shoot! I had meant to mark the rest of these at that. It was 2, right? I'm gonna say, is this the same depth? Yeah. So I did this 2 more. So do there. And I just walk in, dump it, and leave. I do not have that skill, sir. I'd be afraid that I would somehow destroy it. This one must be over 1. I would do something to mess it up. I just used to go by Velvin sometimes with my old car and have them do it on the older car. I could put a donut on my car if I really had to. That's probably the most I could do with a car. And even then, I'm not getting very far on a donut that I install myself. What is going on here? I don't want that in my inventory. Get out of here. Would it be interesting if they had physics in the game where wood, just when you broke wood, it floated? Wood floated and sand sunk. That would be kind of cool. Boop. Oh, so much to do here still. This is going to take me forever. This is so less interesting than breaking all the bedrock. I don't like doing this part of things. The bedrock breaking, sure, fine. I'll do that all day. That was great. This is unpleasant. There's so much to do. I got to do this 4 different times. I've already kind of started over there. I have not touched over there at all. These sides are nice and easy because the water is like, I'm not going to have to tear down the wall. I do need to just go jack my car up to figure out the best way to do that. To put a donut on your car? It's got coving like everything underneath, so I don't really know where you can lift it. Oh, plastic. Oh. So there's not like a spot to like jack it up to actually replace the wheel then, get it off the wheels. Interesting. That you don't know where it is at least. Got to be something in the manual. Some spot. There's a side spot where you can jack to just to change a wheel. My friend has like a thing that you can like lift the whole car up. It's crazy. And like pull the engine out of the car and stuff. He's not even like that big into cars. He just kind of has it. But I can lift it from that spot and put a jack stand under it. Can't. Wait. But I can't lift it from that spot. Can I put it? You respelled, but then spelled wrong. Okay. Here. Yeah. They're at the same spot. So you can jack it up, but then you can't put something to like brace it basically. I see. I think because my car is hybrid, that also makes me more nervous to mess around with it. More things to screw up, you know? Yeah, like if I want to actually get under it and not risk getting crushed. I see. Oh my god. They're still out there with the I think they've moved on from mowing to weed whacking. That sounds like a weed whacker. It's very loud. It's very loud. Come on, get up there. Seriously? Okay, fine. Go over here. This should be correct. I think I have enough, right? I don't know if I've slept recently. I might be at the point where I'm going to get phantoms soon. There's a chance. Hopefully I don't need to do anything like that on the car myself besides oil changes for a long time. I mean, at only 4,500 miles. Your car is freaking new. The only, like, my car has had zero issues besides, like, needing a tire change when it hit, like, 55,000 miles or something like that. And I think I got new brakes, you know, new brake pads or whatever installed recently. I put very few miles on things. I average around 10,000 to 12,000 a year in mileage on my car. But when I work, I don't work from home. The easiest way to use wooden blocks, jack the car, place blocks under the tire, put your jack stand under the car and bump the wood out with a hammer if you don't have a wheel ramp. Oh, interesting. So it's like a way to temporarily swap it over. I see. If I ever had to jack my car up for anything other than a tire change, it's going in. I am just not inclined to deal with cars. You give me a light and I could program that thing for you, and I can tear it apart if need be. I can resolder it together. But you tell me to do anything with a car is not going to go well for me. Okay, so here and here. Did I need to go over one more, or did this? No, this stuck out one more, right? Okay, I should sleep before I do get phantoms because I feel like I'm almost on the third night here. Ooh, oh, okay. I thought my thing broke. I was worried for a second, but we are fine. We have plenty of. You don't particularly trust wheel rams? Like, because the car can roll off a wheel ramp? Okay. Let's do this. Just make sure the e-brake is set and block the back tires. So I want to put jacks under it, and they tend to interfere with where the jacks should go. Oh god, I've lost my repeater. Come on. I do feel as though I need more sand before I start this one. Oh god. So yeah, I don't know as far as next stream whether I'm going to do Minecraft or if I'm going to do something completely different. I have not decided yet. I don't know how many people would even want to watch Enshrouded. I don't know if that's of any interest. The problem, I think one of the problems with like a game like that for me would also be like, if I'm playing a game like that, I feel like I'm playing the game, and it's a lot harder to like talk while I'm trying to play the game. Like Minecraft is great because I don't have to like stop really, and like sometimes I do, but like if I'm in a fighting game, I don't really know how to easily like communicate while I'm like in battle. Don't know that it'll work out too well. I feel like I've tried it in the past, like when I did a couple Genshin streams years ago, and it was like, I don't want to talk because I want to listen to the story. The story in Enshrouded seems very surface level, so I'm not too worried about missing that. I'm more so just like, how do I deal with the fighting aspects of things in that game? I come here to have conversations and play games in the background. So I don't know. We will see. We will see how I feel. This week could go sideways very quickly depending on what I have to do as far as this interview stuff goes. I'm pretty sure the DP's from LA, so I don't think they're going to make me go down into the city for it. If I had to do that, that would really throw my week off. Okay, so do I have enough room for buses? Yes. Oh, boy. Come on. There's still so much. There's still so much. Are we like still dealing with the we haven't even gotten to like the super deep section yet, right? That's all this. Going to another board game convention this weekend? Oh, really? You'll have to let me know if you find any new interesting games. We're hoping to try and make it to our like local game night this is it this Monday? I think it's this coming Monday. I'm very I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've actually played a board game. I played more board games when I was working than now that I'm not working. I think it's because I'm like playing. I have more time to invest in a video game right now, so I tend to play video games when I'm not working. But when I am working and I don't have as much time to invest into a video game, board games are definitely a bit easier to manage. For me, at least. I haven't played I feel like it's been like at least 2 or 3 months since I've played a board game. Okay, how many more do we have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Played a puzzlish game called Project L. Project L. Puzzle game. Look. Family Game Night Essentials. Project L. A tile matching brain burner with multi-layered puzzles. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, whoa. It's like got all these Tetris pieces. God, I don't know that Vicky would be good at that game. She's it's just like puzzles using Tetris pieces. Yeah, she struggles with the spatial puzzle games. If there's anything like spatially to figure out, I'm usually the one that has to do that. And you get more and more pieces to complete more and more puzzle as the games go on. I feel like I would be pretty good at that kind of a game. I know that she would. Okay. I do that. And then we do this. We are going to do this. This might be the I might just finish this off and then start working on tearing this stuff down behind me here. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 28 degrees.
28 degrees? The heck? Man, last week was we got spoiled. Now it's supposed to be freezing? Ew. I don't like that. I don't know. I do not want. Oh, I screwed up again. Okay, well, we'll finish that one. I can't leave that like that. That's going to drive me crazy. Wow, I can't believe it's dropping so cold. Oh, hopefully that doesn't really mess up the plants. That's crazy. Hopefully there's no snow. I can't deal with the snow anymore. I'm so over the snow. Let's see. Mostly sunny tomorrow. Highs. Okay, so it's just overnight. It's going to get like stupid low. No snow though. Oh, Thursday looks nice. 73. Okay, great. It's just like a weird cold patch. Just like last week. It got up to 90 degrees. We had a 90-degree day in April. This is insane. So we got one extreme to the other. But that's April, right? April's always like super weird, super extremes with the weather. At least in New York. Yeah, it was 40. It was 40 there yesterday. Yeah, the cold didn't come in till late last night. It started to like come in during the it's like 55, 60-ish during the day, but last night it got annoyingly cold. Did we do it? Is that all? Now it's back up to 70s. Okay, good. So it's not going to last super long then. Just have to deal with it tomorrow morning, and it looks like it gets back up to 60s, 50. She said 55 tomorrow. It'll be great. It's wonderful. I don't have enough sand to do that, so we're going to have to go get more sand. Zoop, 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 zoop. Zoop. And there we go. Cool. I'm definitely like not a fan of the crazy weather fluctuations. No, this. I don't want this. Oh, so I'm getting a new apartment in the city. That's kind of cool. My roommate wants to move in. Him and his girlfriend want to move in together. And they were like, yeah, we're cool getting a 3-bedroom place. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I like his girlfriend. We all went to Japan together, so she's cool. And they just found last week a really nice place, and we applied for it and got it. So much bigger than our current spot. And I'm not going to have to spend any more money because we're splitting it between 3 people now. So I'm getting a bigger bedroom and probably a nicer area in Brooklyn. So I am very excited. And it's kind of perfect timing because this job that I'm interviewing for is like down that way. So I like the idea of having like an even nicer place to live while I'm working down there. The next 2 jobs are like all like down in the city. Like it stinks, but it's in the long run a good thing. But I might be like down in the city like May, June, July, August, September. I think if I do that, I'm just going to take like the rest of the year off. September, October, November, December, I'm done. I'm not working again if I end up doing that because that's just a lot. So like if you consider the normal person works, there's 52, let's just do some quick math here. There's 52 weeks in a year, okay? The normal person probably works 47 weeks during the year. I don't know how many, paid holidays plus vacation time. 4 weeks vacation plus a week paid holidays. So let's say 47 weeks during the year. At, on average, 40 hours a week. That's, Why does that number not look right? 47 weeks times 40 hours in a week? 47 weeks times 40 hours a week. This number seems very low to me. 1,880 hours? No. Yeah. That seems insanely low to me. But I guess that is fine. So if my average workday is 14 hours and the average movie length is 45 days, that means I only have to work so at my hours, I only have to work 135 days or 27 weeks to match that. So if one person works 47 weeks during the year and I work 27 weeks during the year, the number of hours that I work is pretty much matching. If I work 14 hours a day, which is usually what I'm doing, a person who works 47, that's insane. See, I'd rather work my 12 to 14 hours and get it all in and have more than half the year off. 27 times 2. It's a little less than, it's 2 weeks less than half the year. I like that. I'm sticking with that. That math works for me. It's crazy. I don't know. It's always interesting to hear what people think of that when I tell them like how many hours I work. They're like, that's nuts. Why would you do that? But it's like, if I'm working, I'd rather just get it done. Spend the whole day, work less days, and then have more days off. Vicky's work, like there was a summer that she tried something like that where they could work 4 days and take off every Friday, but she worked 10-hour days during the summer. Having that Friday off was like jam-a-lamb. I don't know. That's just how I think it really depends on the person and their lifestyle and what they've got going on, but I've always liked that aspect of my job. Wow, did I really go through like the majority of that sand? I'm just going to check one more time, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, I have like a shulker box plus a little bit more than a shulker box and a half left. Okay, cool. Okay, so didn't grid that out as far as I wanted to. Unfortunately, we got pretty far. By sheer size, it feels like halfway because of how skinny it gets over here. I'm going to go because I got to tear this whole thing down and get this out of here for tomorrow. Hopefully I'm back Wednesday. I don't know when things are going to get scheduled. If I'm not back Wednesday, I'll stream Thursday, Friday, hopefully. We will see. I will be back at least one more day this week, hopefully 2 more. And if it only ends up being 1 more, I'm going to be streaming from Craftsworks. But thank you all for hanging out. It has been a pleasure. I got to get this stuff done. Have a great rest of your day. And, bye for now.